Greetings everyone. Doing this video today because I have people that say to me sometimes, well, a lot of people listen to your videos or follow your page and they want to do this and they want to do that, but they don't know how. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about nutrition, and just to give you a little bit of my background, or how I became a healthy eater. Back in the late 90s, when I was back in the late 80s, I was about 7, if I'm not mistaken. My aunt became a vegetarian, moved to New York, to Brooklyn more specifically, and adapted an African holistic lifestyle. So I watched her over the years, and I saw some of the things that she did or ate, like when we would get together for the holidays and, you know, maybe chat with her a little bit. At one point she had me taking like cormonti and woodroot tonic, which are like very bitter. So that was my first, I guess, experience to supplements and tonics and herbs. She had a lot of them in her kitchen, and she would use, you know, certain things to prepare foods. I feel like my nose ring is twisted, so if you can see it, I'm sorry. The sun is pretty bright, so I can't tell if it twisted or not, but it feels like it is. So again, I apologize. It's not, you know, it's just my nose ring. Anyway, so I saw her and watched her. And when I was about 18, I actually wanted to become a vegetarian, and I tried twice. I tried twice, and both times I succumbed to a steak. Yes, I will admit, I loved a good steak. I loved a piece of ham. I loved bacon. I loved a nice pork chop. I loved, I mean, burgers were okay. I would eat a nice burger, you know. Yeah, that steak, it used to, you know, call me all the time. Like, I was a big steak eater. Not, you know, like I said, burgers were okay, but I wanted a steak. So, I tried twice, and both times, like I said, I succumbed to a steak. And when I was in my early 20s, I worked for a company where I transferred departments, and I moved to a new department. And I met one of my coworkers. He was a vegetarian and had been one for years. And I was like, wow, I tried twice and I was unable to do it. And I was like, you know what, if a guy can do it, I can do it too. So that's what made me become a vegetarian. And some of you may have heard me tell this story before. So that led me to healthier eating, because prior to that it was like, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, and it was always, I'm gonna do this diet, I'm gonna try this diet, and you know, all kind of diet, the lemonade diet, the crash your head and burn diet, I don't know, whatever the diet was called. I've tried a lot of them. All different, you know, pills make you lose weight, supplements. I've spent countless number of dollars on weight loss products and supplements and stuff that, you know, just didn't work. So I changed my eating habits. And when I first became a vegetarian, well, I was a pescatarian type vegetarian, and I'm still that, because every once in a while I do still eat fish, but I'm more vegan than I am pescatarian at this point. And I'm working on transitioning to full vegan, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, so at first I would eat like a lot of grilled chicken salads, and I lost weight, but then as soon as I ate something other than that, of course I would gain the weight back. Then I started on the vegetarian journey, and I would do like from the Chinese restaurant. There was a halal Chinese restaurant in Newark, New Jersey. I think it's still there, Amin's. And they would prepare broccoli. So I would get broccoli and brown sauce with no rice, and I would just eat, you know, the container of broccoli, and it was filling. And I would drink my water. And I lost weight. I lost 20 pounds in the first month. But as soon as I incorporated carbs back into my diet, I gained the weight back. And I'm a big fan of sweets, so sweets is my weakness. I'm not, you know, I like food. I love to eat, but I definitely love to eat sweets, which has been a weakness for me. So anyway, once I incorporated carbs back into my diet, I gained, you know, the weight back or whatever. And I kind of just stayed even. Then about 2013, yes, 2012 or 2013, I started meditating. And one of my goals in meditation was to start eating healthier. So once I made that switch in my mind that I don't need to go on a diet or buy a supplement, it just kind of automatically happened. And I just started eating healthier, which eating healthier for me is eating mainly fresh fruits and vegetables, very low carbohydrates, and drinking mainly water with key lime juice in it. I do eat nuts for the most part. They're walnuts because I do follow Dr. Sebi's plan as closely as possible. But every now and then I do allow myself to have other nuts as well. And then certain grains I'll eat, like quinoa. But I don't even eat that often. Majority of what I eat is fresh fruits and vegetables and nuts and drink water. Because the fruits and vegetables do give us everything that we need to satisfy our needs. And also getting some sun, if you're melanated, will help as well. So it just automatically started happening though. And I just automatically started dropping weight without even trying, because I was now in the mindset that this is a lifestyle change. This is not a diet. This is just how I eat, and that's it. And I know that it's more challenging for some people because, like I said, I was challenged by someone else, a man who had been a vegetarian for years, and I was like, well, if he can do it, I can do it. So that was the challenge for me, but I know that it works differently for everybody. But you know, there are salads. You can saute your vegetables. You can eat your vegetables raw, not just as a salad. You can make some type of a dip, like a spinach dip or something, and dip your vegetables in and eat them that way. You can make all types of sandwiches or wraps. You know, and this should be a gradual transition. And what I normally recommend at first is at least eliminate the pork and beef and focus on whatever swims or flies, which is basically any poultry or fish. Not necessarily all seafood, because we know that shrimps and lobster are basically like the cockroaches of the sea. I mean, I know that they taste good, and you know, that's a personal decision to eat them or not. But I, you know, do share that information. They're, you know, not necessarily the best option in terms of seafood. But yeah, I know that they taste good. You dip them in butter or vinegar, or however you do it. Anyway, I'm just letting you know some of the changes that I've made, and like I said, what has helped me to just drop weight and maintain it without even trying, because I'm just eating healthy and not focused on a diet or just, oh, I'm going to do this for you know, a short period of time. And if I decide that I would like to eat something, like I like the non-dairy Chunky Monkey by Ben & Jerry's, sometimes I will allow myself to eat that. But usually when I want a creamy dessert like that, I take the baby bananas and I'll put them in my blender with walnut milk that I normally make myself. And if I want to add chocolate, I'll get like some dark chocolate from Trader Joe's, or I'll buy the Dove dark chocolate from the regular grocery store, and then I chop them up and put them on top, and I add walnuts, and that is my Chunky Monkey. Sometimes I'll add cocoa powder. Like I have the Ghirardelli cocoa powder, the unsweetened. So I'll take a tablespoon or a teaspoon, whatever mood of chocolate I'm in, and I'll sprinkle that on there. But other than that, I drink a lot of smoothies, juices. If I don't do fresh, it's frozen. I avoid canned goods because they are linked to Alzheimer's disease. And there is a government website that does confirm that. In the very last sentence, if you read it, it says, please take it seriously. If I remember, I'll share the link so that you can see it. And I know that some people, you know, will dispute that. But I am aware that, you know, aluminum is not good for us, especially if it's, you know, it's in a lot of things like toothpaste and deodorant, which is one of the reasons why I use all natural, and one of the reasons I started my business. So I just wanted to share that. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Just inbox me, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you might have. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's beautiful outside.